This show was literally better than night one of WrestleMania. Hell, this show might be better than WrestleMania in general. This was probably the best Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania I've seen. And well, you already know, I'm here to talk about it. So I actually want to go ahead and get into some quick things that I wanted to talk about. So first thing I want to talk about is the return of Rusev. Rusev makes his return when we were about to have a tag team match between the New Day and Alpha Academy. And knowing the New Day, they wanted nothing to do with Rusev. So Rusev ends up taking out the Alpha Academy. Man, it feels so good to be Rusev. Going from being used partially in AEW when he was Miro to not even being used for a whole year in 2024 to now being back in WWE where he wants to be. I'm excited to see what they do with Rusev. So then we get to Io Sky cutting a promo that she survived WrestleMania from Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, and then Stephanie Vaquer comes out, not to confront, but to actually congratulate Io Sky. So then they both ended up talking about how they wanted a match against each other. So we end up getting the match as Adam Pearce made it official. So we do get the match, and it was really, really good. Until we get to the end of the match, which was ruined by Roxanne Perez. Not just Roxanne Perez, Julia as well. They both attacked Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky until Rhea Ripley came out for the save. After Rhea Ripley dealt with Julia and Roxanne Perez, she picks up Io Sky. She hands Io Sky the Women's World Champion, but they had a little bit of a tug of war here. And Rhea Ripley said, "Remember, when I'm done with this, I'm coming for you." Rhea Ripley still wants that Women's World Championship back. And there was no Bianca Belair on the show. I'm sure she's going back to SmackDown to probably deal with Jade Cargill and Naomi. So then I want to move on to Gunther crashing out on Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. So I live in the US, obviously. So Netflix is in commercial break, and when I come back from commercial break, I see Gunther confronting Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on the announce table. And I was like, wait, what are they talking about? What's this? So I'm assuming what happened was Michael Cole and Pat McAfee were talking about Gunther tapping out to Jey Uso. So Gunther gets closer to Michael Cole, but Michael Cole is telling him, hey, I'm not the one that tapped out. This pissed off Gunther even more. He put his hands on Michael Cole. Pat McAfee tried to stop Gunther, but then Pat McAfee gets shoved by Gunther. Michael Cole gets pulled and gets choked out by Gunther, and Pat McAfee stops him from choking Michael Cole out. So as Pat McAfee was going to walk back to the announce table, Gunther ends up attacking him. He ends up choking him out. So Adam Pearce tells Michael Cole, hey, I'm sorry, you're going to have to take the night off. Michael Cole wasn't having it. He was not going to take any of this just to take the night off. So Michael Cole went back to the commentary table to completely finish the show. But Michael Cole wasn't commentating by himself. He had to have someone with him. And Joe Tessitore came to back him up. So now I want to go to the stuff that I really wanted to talk about. John Cena. He started the show. So John Cena got his entrance just like how he got his entrance at WrestleMania. But this time, he's got the WWE Championship with him. So he gets in the ring, he raises the title up, and pyro goes off. So John Cena calls for Mark Nash, the ring announcer, who by the way was replacing Alicia Taylor because she called for the night off. So he was confused on why he was getting in the ring. So John Cena ends up giving him a script, saying to him that this is the proper way to introduce him. So Mike Nash ends up saying, my apology, my announcement has been deemed disrespectful. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time, the never seen 17, gracing Las Vegas with his presence. For the last time, the real champion, John Cena. So now it was John Cena's turn to talk. So he says, you thought on Friday you could bully me and that I would forgive you? This isn't a functional relationship. Is this how you treat your wives? Is this how you treat your child? You can all go to hell. Y'all owe me an apology, but you don't have the balls to do it. You even have the crowd calling John Cena an a-hole. So now we got John Cena wanting the crowd's attention to the Titantron. It said, I think it was 33 days. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So then John Cena tells everyone all the places he has been through. like Indianapolis, Toronto, Las Vegas, London, Brussels, Glasgow. And then at the end of it, it said 27 dates. So then John Cena tells the fans that there is no one that could take the WWE Championship from him. But then a slithery snake comes from behind and strikes John Cena. And that snake is Randy Orton. He gives John Cena an RKO. He holds the title up, telling Cena that he wants the WWE Championship. Turn back that motherfucking clock. Because we're about to see John Cena versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship at Backlash. So now I want to move on to the end of the show. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. So Seth Rollins starts his speech and he says, I stole Roman Reigns' wise man. I stole CM Punk's best friend. I am the winner of the main event of WrestleMania. And when he was about to say, I am Seth freaking Rollins, CM Punk comes out and wants to fight. Punk is stomping down on Seth in the corner. And then he turns around and sees Paul Heyman. He puts his hands on Paul Heyman into the corner. Seth Rollins rakes Punk's eyes, blinding him. So then as they were standing tall, for whatever reason, they decided to put the end credit, executive producers, Paul Levesque, Lee Fanning, and then they had the copyright logo and stuff. I thought they were actually going to go off the air with this, but thank goodness they didn't. So Paul gets the microphone and he says, we are going to conclude the weekend of WrestleMania 41 by propelling the news all the way to WrestleMania 42. There is now a new reigning, defending, number one top guy in this industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth freaking Rollins. And here I thought they were going to air with this. But no, it wasn't over yet. Roman Reigns comes out. He gets in the ring, he spears Seth Rollins, and then he sees Paul Heyman. And then he delivers a Superman punch to Paul Heyman. So Roman Reigns is in the corner, gets ready for the spear, goes and delivers the spear, but then he gets speared by somebody in a black hoodie. And that somebody was Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker is joining Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, forming a brand new alliance. Seth Rollins couldn't believe that Bron Breakker was here. So then it looked like Bron Breakker was going to spear Rollins, but then he spears CM Punk. So then Roman Reigns is on the outside. Bron Breakker tries to go after him. Roman Reigns fights back, but then he still doesn't have the energy to fight back. Bron Breakker, this guy, going 23 miles per hour all around the ring to spear Roman Reigns through the barricade. And then Seth Rollins tells Bron Breakker to bring Roman Reigns back in the ring. They are forcing Roman Reigns to watch Seth Rollins curb stomp CM Punk. And then after that, Roman Reigns also gets a curb stomp from Rollins. And after this shot right here was the final scene on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Holy crap. What are we going to witness? I know what I'm going to witness. Cinema. I don't care if that's a common thing that the IWC says. It's cinema. But what did you guys think of the Raw after WrestleMania? Did you like it or did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tap the notification bell for more videos. Follow me on Twitter at @EthanSocio. And I'll see you in the next one.